Hi, this is Satiris Basacharopoulos, and this is part one of the 12-day video series, 12 Days That Could Change Your Life. And in today's video, what I want to talk about, I went quite a few years ago to a seminar, and on that seminar, one of the things we discussed was our goals. What goals we had in life and if we had any, which many people don't actually have, and also about people's values, what your values are, okay? And the amazing thing, we did an exercise, and after doing the exercise, I realised that, my goals and values weren't aligned, and in fact in some cases they were like so far off being aligned that it was absolutely unbelievable. So today I wanted to discuss that, because where this comes into your life is, it'll actually come into your life in a whole lot of places, okay? It will come into your life in financial goals. It will come into your life in health goals. It'll come into your life even, if you're interested, if you want to be fit, or, you're doing some kind of fitness goals, business goals, relationship goals, okay? If you want to have a good relationship with your family or good relationship with your spouse, sometimes, you're just not aligned. Even though you want these things, you're not aligned properly. Your values aren't aligned with it, okay? So one of the things that you actually need to do is, you need to firstly, maybe you want to get a pen and a piece of paper here, you maybe want to write these out. But what you want to do is, you want to take your different aspects of your life. You want to take your financial goals, your health goals, maybe your fitness goals, your business goals, and your relationships, and things that you have, things that you have a goal for in life. And if you don't have a goal, okay, if you don't have a plan for anything in your life, then, if you just imagine going down to the, to the pier, and, getting on a boat, okay, and the skipper, asks you where you're going to. He asks you where you want to go to, and you just go in and say, well, I don't have any goal of where I want to go, so just go, right? So the likelihood is that wherever the destination is that you want to go, if you go to the skipper and say, just take me, I don't know where I'm going, just take me somewhere, you're not going to go where you want to go, okay? You could end up anywhere. And, the same is with your life. If you don't have a goal, a financial goal for an amount of money that you want to make, every week or every year, or if you don't have a goal that you want to be free, have more time, maybe work from home instead of having a job, or you don't have a goal that you want to spend more time with your family, or that you want to have more time to, keep fit, or you want to go to more health events to be able to understand more about health and wellness, or you want to have more time to, build a relationship with your spouse or your family. If you haven't got those down as a goal, then you're not going to get where you want in them, okay? It's not going to just happen by accident. Everything just doesn't happen by accident. So you need to, write down what your goals are. If you want to make, $5,000 a month, you need to write down that you want to make $5,000 a month, and you need to give yourself a period of time to allow yourself to create that money. So it might be 6 months or 3 months, or you might set it for a year down the line, right? But firstly, you need to make that goal, okay? You need to make a health goal.
It's 15 hours.
If health is one of your goals, you might want to make a health goal about health, about learning certain things for your health. Now, later on in this video series, I will be discussing some things which I thought were very, very good which I learned about health after someone close to me died, and I started to look into that a lot more. So we'll be talking later about some health things later on. But if you have some health goals, if you have some fitness goals, if you want to spend so many hours a day, if you've decided you're going to spend so many hours a day, you're going to run a marathon, or you're going to cycle 100 miles in a day, you need to actually write that down and decide how long it's going to take you to do that. Okay, the same with your business. What are you doing with your business? Are you writing a book? When are you going to write the book by? Are you building a website? When are you going to get it up by? Whatever you're doing, you need to write it down, the goal, in order to be able to achieve it. Okay, so that's important. But what I discovered by going through this process is that often, even if we have these goals, right, which we really should have, sometimes our values aren't actually aligned with our goals, okay? So what you want to do is you want to write down, get a pen and piece of paper, and write down, 10 or 20 goals that you have in your life, okay? And I would put down these different sections. I would put financial, health, fitness, business, could be relationship goals, okay, stuff like that. And basically write down what they are. So write down what you actually want, okay, what you actually want. And then what you want to do is you want to write another column beside it, and you want to put what percentage are your values aligned to these goals, okay? So if your values are aligned really, really badly, if you're, if you want to run the New York Marathon tomorrow, okay, and, you haven't been able to get outside the door for 3 years, okay, because you're maybe 50 stone, or, you're maybe, you haven't done any exercise for years and years, then obviously, if you're not doing anything at all, then obviously you're number one, okay? You're number one. If you're number 10, it means that you're going out every day and you're running 20 miles. Yeah, you're going out every day and you're doing it. You're actually aligned. You're saying, I'm aligned to be able to run, 26 miles in a day. Every day for the last, every day, once a week or 2 times a week, I run 20 miles. Okay, that means you're nearly there, right? You've practically done it. You're completely aligned with that. The same with your financial goals. How much do you focus on your finances? A lot of people say, I want to be rich. I want to have $1 million or £1 million or whatever. I want to have a certain income, but how aligned are you to that? Is that just something that you say, or every day do you get up in the morning and, do a business, and set a goal for how much money you need to make every day in your business and increase that every day? Do you go out and get new customers and create new products and do stuff, increase a customer base of people so that you can make more money till you get to that goal? Or do you just say, I want to have a business that makes money, and you haven't done the first step in setting it up? If you haven't done the first step in setting it up, then you're number one, okay? Because you haven't, it's just a thought at the back of your mind. You're not actually doing anything about it, okay? If you've set up the business, if you're on target, if you said, in 2 years' time, I want to be making $1 million a year, and last year you made 100,000, and this year you made 500,000, and you're on target for next year to hit $1 million, to double that, then you're probably aligned at number 8 to number 10. You're really aligned with that goal, okay? But what I find very often is that goals that I actually had when I did this exercise, I discovered that those goals that I had, which I'm completely not aligned with, okay? Like, for example, with my health goals, with learning about health and stuff like that, my alignment was maybe 2 or 3, okay? I was interested in knowing a bit about it, but I didn't take any time, and I was focused mainly on financial and building my business, building my website, stuff like that. So my alignment for my business and stuff was very, very high, so it might have been like 8 out of 10, but my alignment for, say, my health might have been down there at number 2, okay? So, check your alignment, and you might find why you're not having results with your, with your finances. You might find out why you're not having results with your relationships. You might find out why you're not having results with your health. Because if your if your alignment is a number 2 and you want to achieve a number 10, it's not going to happen, right? You have to do more, right? So you have to do more. You have to be better with your relationship. You have to be better with your health. You have to be better with your finances, if you want to bring yourself up to that goal, okay? So check your alignments. It's very, very, very important. You also want to write down, where you want to be in 1 year, 5 years, and in 10 years' time. If you also write that down, what kind of house do you want to be living in? Where do you want it to be located? Who do you want to be with? Who's going to be with you? What's your relationships going to be like with your family? What's your health going to be like? You want to focus on what you want, and then start doing the things to bring those to reality. Okay? So this is a very, very important exercise for every aspect of your life, from your health, your finances, your money, your happiness, everything. This is, you want to take this seriously for all the different areas of your life, and write this down. And first you want to give yourself what your goals are, and then you want to write down how aligned you are with those goals. And when you write that down, the truth, it needs to be the truth. There's no point in lying to yourself, right? There's no point in, saying you're number 8 in health when you're not, okay? When you're number 2, right? So you need to be honest with yourself. So I hope you find this useful, and I hope you sit down and do this, because this will really, really help you to improve. And whatever's holding you back in your life, if you write that down, it will help you to improve. Like, for example, if you say, I want to be a really positive, focused person who does things and doesn't hesitate, you might find that your alignment is that you're always procrastinating, you're always not doing things, you're always putting things off. So you might be a number 2 or number 3, and that might be stopping you from hitting your finance goal, your health goal, your relationship goals, because you don't realise what you're even doing, right? So think about it, be honest with yourself, do that exercise, and let me know. Comment below in the video and let me know what result you got, how you found your alignment and stuff, and did you find it surprising? Because I found it really surprising when I actually wrote it down on paper. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thanks very much.